letter is an ancient form of communicating ideas, thoughts, feelings with two persons who are separated by distance. So, correspondence has been playing a vital role in both the field, social as well as business field. Today, our topic is business letters or business correspondence. Business correspondence plays a vital role in decision making, especially in the business world. Business letters are the formal letters through which any company or organization tries to communicate with their clients, customers, shareholders, bankers, specific information. So it is a very positive tool, or you can say an instrument and channel of professional exchange of ideas, opinion and information. So business correspondence in today's time are very impressive for communicating special information between two organizations. So its significance has not been minimized in spite of technical and scientific advancement. And business correspondence are called snail mails in contrast to email, because these are faster communication means as emails. So business correspondence are very impressive, and in today's competitive environment we need effective requiring skill to write a business letters. Several business letters are written in business field for several purposes, like letters of inquiry, letters of ordering, letters of requesting, letters of acknowledgement, and letters of claim and complaint, and sales letters, etc. There are several purposes on basis on which these letters are written. So its significance has been increased with the growth of changes in modern time. Like there are lot of importance of business letters in business fields. Like they help in strengthening the relation between two organizations, and they are like a written record for the future references, and these can be used in future also and in present also. So they are like a filed record or written record of information. They help the organization to communicate or to correspond with their customers, bankers, shareholders, clients, etc. And they help in conveying special information which is very confidential and complex. And they help the organization to know the problem in his product, service and deliveries. So the mutual exchange of information helps in smoothing functioning of the business, and they help to fill the gap between two organizations. So it's a very typical composition, and it requires very effective writing skill for writing a good business letters, because it is an art and it is a technique because business letters create an impression about the organization. So it should be very effective. So for writing effective and good letters, business letters, we have need the basic principles of general technical writing. As I have already told you, the pre-writing, writing and post-writing. Except these steps of general technical writing, there are a lot of steps and lot of points which you should follow while writing a business letters, like format and structure. Special attention must be paid to both the aspects of business letters, structure and format. Structure, that how the structure should be in a business letter, and which format you have to choose while write a business letter. So it's except the steps of general technical writing, these points are also very important and very necessary for writing a good business letters. So first steps includes the general steps of technical writing, and second step includes the structure and format. If a letter has has poor structure, then it can't get the attention of the reader or the receiver. So getting the special attention of the reader, the structure must be well connected and very coherent, in a very coherent manner. So there are 10 parts or 10 essential elements in a structure which helps to format and which helps to write a good business letter. Like first one is sender address, or you can say letter head. Second one is date. Third one is reference number. Fourth one is inside the address. And fifth one is subject line. And sixth one is salutation. And seventh one is body of the letter. And eighth word is complementary clause, or you can say subscription. Ninth one is signature. And 10th one is enclosure. These are the 10 parts of a structure of a business letters, which helps in writing a business letter to adopt a proper structure and format. These 10 parts including the 6 basic components of letter writing as well as some more parts of the letter, because the business letters and formal letters, there are little bit difference between both the forms of the letter, and it is these letters are written according to the requirements of the forms of letters. It depends on the forms of letter. So in the business letters, there is a requirement of 10 parts of a business letter. First one is sender address. Sender address means the writer address who writes the letter to the receiver. So you can write the address of the sender, and you need not write the surname or title of your own in this address. And some companies or some organization printed his own letter pad or letter head. So this sender address can be right on the at the center or at the right hand of the letter, like this. Address include the street name, city name, telephone number, and email addresses and fax number. These all information are included in the sender address. But sender address you need not write your own surname or title, and you can write the sender address at the center of the letter or at the right hand of the letter. It depends on the requirements of the business letters. Then second part of the business letter is date. Date should be in a proper sequence. First month name, then date, then year, like this. And it can be right on the left side or at right side of the letter. Like there must be a comma between date and year. So it can be right at the left side and as well as at the right side. It depends on your choice. Then reference number. Reference number is the optional element of business letter. This is not compulsory in all the business letter. It depends on the requirements of the business letters. Reference number of the sender as well as the receiver should be mentioned in the business letters. Like you can write the reference number or you can write the reference number of sender as well as receiver, adding the words yours and ours. The reference number can be written at the left hand of the letter right, and this is an optional element. If you require reference number, then you can write, and if you need not reference number, then you can avoid the reference number. So this is not a compulsion in a business letters. Then inside the address. Inside the address part includes the address of the receiver to whom you want to write a letter. So inside the address you have to write the surname or name of the receiver, and if you don't know the surname or title of the receiver, then you can write the designation of the receiver like this. If you know the name of the receiver, then you can write the name like Mr. Agarwal. And if you don't know the name of the receiver, then you can write the designation like this: the regional manager, State Bank of Bikaner, Rajnagar, Jaipur. So this includes the information about the receiver inside the address. This address you can write at the left side of the letter. Then subject line. Subject line is also an optional element of business letters. It depends also on the requirements of the letter. So subject include the purpose of the letter. Why should you write a letter? So purpose is a very important part of the letter, but it's optional. If the letter requires subject, then you write the subject, and if the letter doesn't require, then you don't write the subject. Subject may be in small letters or capital letters. Some organization and companies starts write the subject in capital letters because it gets the attention of the receiver. So you can write the address in small letters or in capital letters. Like transfer of, subject is transfer of my saving account, and there must be colon after write down the subject, then the line of the subject line, and this may be written before the salutation and after the salutation. It depends on your choice. Then the next element of the business letters is salutation. Salutation is a courteous greetings, and you can include dear sir, dear ma'am in this part. And if you know the name of the receiver, then you can write the name with these courteous greetings, like dear Agarwal, like this. In salutation, you have to write or you have to put comma after salutation. The next element is body of the letter. Body of the letter is the heart of the letter, and it is very important part of the business letters, because it divides into three sections. First one is opening segment, second one is middle segment, and third one is closing segment. And opening segment indicates the purpose of the business letters, and states the topic of the letter. And in middle segment, there is an explanation of the topic or details or supporting details which justifies the topic of the business letters. Then closing segment. In ending segment restates the topic of the letter, and then the what's the sender wants the reader to do, what's the sender expect the reader. So body of the matter should be very well connected and should be written in a very coherent and logical manner, because it is the main part of the business letters. Then next element is complementary clause. You can say subscription. Complementary clause includes some courteous words or phrase words like yours faithfully, yours sincerely, yours obediently, yours truly. It depends on the relation of the sender and the receivers. Like we have not put the apostrophe s in yours while writing complementary clause, and it depends also on the requirements of the letter. You can write the complementary clause at the right side of the letter or at the left side of the letters. It also depends on your choice or the according to the format of the business letters. Then after complementary clause, you have to sign below the complementary clause or subscription, like this. And the last one element of the business letter is enclosure. Enclosure means if you add some documents and testimonials in your letter, then you have to write down the details of these documents and testimonial in enclosure part. So reference number, subject line and enclosure are optional elements. You can use these elements or not use these elements. This is not essential or necessary parts of business letters. It depends on the requirement of the business letters. Then after paying attention to the structure, we have to pay attention on the format. Which format is appropriate according to the requirements of the letter, and which format you have to choose for your business letter, and which format is impressive, which format is effective. So you have to choose format after structuring the business letters. So there are 4 types of formats which are used in letter writing, like block format, modified format, semi-block format and simplified format. In block format, you have to write all the details, all the parts of business letters at left hand or at left side of the letters. All the details from sender address to enclosure. Like this. In block format, we have to write all the details, all the parts of the business letters at left side of the letter. Then modified format. You write all the details of the business letters at left side except 2 or 3 elements or 2 or 3 parts of the business letters like date and enclosing parts. You have to write at right side of the business letters in modified format like this. So in modified format, date, complementary clause, signature, 3 parts of the letter of business letters should be written at the right side of the letter, and rest of the parts are written at the left side of the letter. Then next format is semi-block format. In semi-block format is similar to modified format, but there is a little bit difference in semi-block format and modified format. The difference is that each paragraph in semi-block format begins with the new outline, intended outline of the sender, which the sender wants to intend. So each paragraph, it starts with intended outline, and the rest of the same, date and complementary clause and signature at the right side of the letter, and rest of the parts at the left side of the letter. Then simplified format. In simplified format is in trend today, but there is a limitation in simplified format that it avoids some parts of the business letters like salutation or complementary clause. So these 2 parts are avoided in simplified format. So you should not write the salutation part and complementary clause in simplified form. So you can choose these formats according to the requirements. If you require this format or modified format or semi-block format or simplified format, then you can choose that type of format. So these are the structure, format, which are very, very necessary or essential parts of business letter, which you have to focus more while writing a good business letter or effective business letters. Then you have to focus on the next step, which is style and tone. Style and tone can be justified on the basis of 5C. You have to remember 5C while focusing on style and tone of the business letters. First C means clarity, second C means courteous, third C means conciseness, and fourth C means correct tone, and fifth C means correct attitude. If you pay attention to these 5 C's while writing a business letters, then business letters will be very, very effective and impressive. in a very clear and simple language. No vague or multiple meaning words are used in your letter. And the sentences of the letter should be very short and to the point. No unnecessary point should be included in your letters. And then second thing is courteous. Means you should use some courteous word while writing a business letters, because these courteous words create an impression on the receiver. Like if you use please, would you please, dear, yours sincerely. So these words create an impression upon the receiver. Then third thing is conciseness. Means the matter of the letter should be written in a very coherent manner, logical sequence. There is not that the first thought is written at the end and the end thought is written at the beginning. So the matter of the letter should be well connected, well concise. Then fourth thing is correct tone. Means you have to use very straightforward or direct language in your letter, and unnecessary or repetition should be avoided in your letter. So the tone of the letter should be very clear and should be very straightforward. Unnecessary repetition should be avoided in your letter. Then fifth thing is correct attitude. Fifth thing is correct attitude. Means while writing a business letter, you should have a positive attitude, not a negative attitude. So you should write a letter in a very positive manner, and you should express your views in a very positive way, so that it may create a positive impression upon the receiver. So these 5C you should have taken into consideration while writing a business letters. So there is a lot of effective skills or techniques are required while writing a good business letters. But I want to say one line that is said by American poet Walt Whitman, that the letter should be natural. So Walt Whitman quoted this line: the art of the art and the glory of the expression and the sunshine of the lights of the letters should be simplicity. So your business letter or any letter should be very simple, clear, so that it may be understood by the receiver.